It was G2's map pick, and they do manage to pick it up, but it certainly wasn't easy. All the rounds and then some more as we reached double OT before G2 could close it out. It certainly was a convincing performance from certain members of the NAVI lineup, but overall the teamwork and the pushing that was done consistently here from the G2 lineup helps them seal the deal. And there's a lot of questions to be asked with this one, because NAVI, yes, they've got the ability, but it probably would have been a situation where they may have thrown this away. I'm going to come back with Pimp and Potter to discuss. At one point, NAVI were up 13-10. They let it slip away, then they bounced back to even make overtime possible. It was actually G2 that reached 15 before it was even likely there. NAVI threw that one in my eyes.
Yeah, I agree. I think they threw it a little bit. And I think it's great we bring up the scoreboard right here, because I just want to point it out, because it doesn't happen often. Look who's the bottom fragger for NAVI right here. Look who's not having a great game for the first time in a long, long while. Simple, we know him to be the best player in the world, and he's been performing at a very high level for NAVI, even when they were bad. Today, he played 43 rounds of Counter-Strike and only got 22 kills. That is unheard of if you're Simple. So NAVI making this game looking so close, and as you said, they basically threw it away. They probably should have won it without even Simple being, nowhere near his normal level. Is maybe a testament to how well NAVI's playing, I think, in this game. I think they're doing a good job. I think G2 was also playing well. It was a back and forth game, but when Simple is bottom fragging, only getting 22 frags in 43 rounds, and NAVI is still able to push it to double OT, I think we got something good cooking.
And then when it comes to the G2 side, right, they were down, they were losing a lot of rounds where it looked like they'd had it. There was a few awkward moments, but Potter, G2 seem to love this kind of thing, it seems. They seem to just throw us these things where it's like, oh, you've got the round. Oh, no, you don't. You're just going to let it go.
Absolutely, some heroic moments coming out of G2, and admittedly, Simple did have some questionable moments in this game, but really it was G2 just making it so difficult for Navi's game plan to actually come through. I gotta admit, Navi, they did seem to look like they had full control in a lot of these rounds, but if we take a look at the stats, Helix, it's gonna show exactly how a round that seems to be full in control for Navi just kind of falls apart, and this is exactly that. Now take a look at this. G2 are already at a disadvantageous position. Boomich, he actually takes out Nexa. The bomb is down at A ramp, but Omnic has just pop flash for Hunter to try to gather information. You can see here in this moment that G2, their communication needs to be top tier. Now, Jaxie's found a forward position here, and the patience coming out of this man in this moment. At this moment, actually, I believe he's like 1 in 15, just having a really strugglesome game, but he still maintains discipline. He's holding the flank, and just the movement coming out of Hunter and Omnic working together. Omnic pushing forward towards this triple, and you could just see absolutely the communication in these individuals are just top tier at this moment. If we can actually go to the point of view of Omnic, I just want you to take a look at his movement, his decision making, exactly when he decides to peak, and just complementing each other so well in these moments. I mean, it was really an S tier performance coming out of both of these squads, and G2, they hit their shots a little bit cleaner in this moment.
Yeah, it was a crazy game from start to finish, and just when we're looking at Mirage in a little bit more detail before we move on to Dust 2, this is a map that we don't often see Na'Vi play, sometimes even banning out against many opponents. They made this competitive at least. We all spoke about Flamey needing to be this third star in there. Well, he certainly delivered. If that can kind of get that performance going on Dust 2, I definitely think we'll be going to a third.
I think so. I think Navi are the favorites coming into this one. That being said, though, G2 is going to make this one close. They played Dust 2 15 times the past 3 months, and 13 of those have been in double digits. So yes, James, I agree. Expect another close game.
Well, let's see if that close game is going to be closer than we see this time around. We'll have to wait and see. You never know. Or maybe Navi will come out and just smash them straight up. We'll be finding out in just a few moments. Next map's coming up soon. It is Dust 2. We'll see you after the break.
Back at Star Series I-League Season 8, this map between these two teams went into double overtime. More recently, IEM Katowice, we saw NAVI take it back and in much more convincing fashion. So as we move along into Dust 2, the questions will be, are the individual levels of NAVI enough to handle that of the Frenchman? We know they love to play around this map, Mohan, and that first one just bewildering Counter-Strike through and through. I really don't know what to expect next.
This will not be a close match. This will be a game of clutches, and this is the absolute heavyweight arena. This is one of the best matches that we've seen so far in the last couple of months. Honestly, that Mirage game inspired confidence that this would probably go the full distance as well. You could see OT from a mile away, and it doesn't seem like there's any chance we don't get there on Dust 2 on top of that. I mean, both teams love the map. And we'll see if Nexa can deliver finally on a Dust 2 pick and end this 2-0 if we do end up getting the third. But I mean, yeah, only time will tell. Only time will tell. Predictions won't tell you anything.
Yeah, let's throw out all the predictions, all the expectations, and just enjoy what unfolds. Man advantage early, of course, here for the CTs that double it back into the A site. They do have 4 players here on A. Long in question, but for the time being, the headshots are racking up. Simple comes in with Electronic, and that's the 3-piece they were looking for. They take it back into the even ground thanks to Nexa, and he has a teammate behind him in CT spawn, but Simple on the P250, the raid boss, has himself 3 frags. Aminek's gonna pick up that kit. He has a 5-7, no armor, and a great bit of damage versus Perfecto first, but he peeks into that second T. Now, it's Simple trying at a distance to best him.
Oh my god.
And Aminek's so desperate, but he's dealing substantial damage to both sides of this. He's running up into the open. He clears the player off of the site. He could just go ahead and stick this, and Simple, he's not peeking. G2 take pistol.
Oh, what a move! Aminek with a 5-7. What a clutch by him. He does enough damage to allow himself the freedom to run up the ramp to try that fight on the default box, and both players want to play for themselves. They're scared. And Aminek, man, I can't believe he actually pulled that out. Like, that's how you'd play it out in your mind, but not how it would go. Most of the time, you just get one tap to move on to the next round here. He actually pulls it together with a 5-7. Just that damage to apply the pressure. We see how important the damage is. Oh my god. What?
It's glorious.
Yeah, we've got so much more to go, man. This is so nuts already. Great damage already into this round. Kenny has out of the round. Jack's low. Eagles coming into play. Initial cat setup since they got a kill on A. The rotations here from G2 though. Smart move.
We got a bunch of heads popping over the ledge. Hunter,
whoa, man,
taking them back with Nexa. It's a solid hold on catwalk. Bombs thrown down into the open, and the last 2 pistol players are just going to feed themselves to the machine that is G2.
Laser sharp. Yeah, they had that rotation come out. Just the call out. Love the play from Navi after they got the kill. Didn't overthink it. Tried to move up quickly, but yeah, even off just the rim, just the lip of that ledge. You know, Hunter can barely see anything and finds all of those headshots along with his teammate. Nexa up on 4 kills, and there was just so many outstanding performances on last map that it was impossible to give anyone the spotlight they deserved. Seriously, like it was like even with Jax, who was bottom fragging, it seemed like he was the star of the show at times. And yeah, G2 of course won that last map. This one, as brought up, in full question. Nobody knows what'll come of this. Initially, Navi have decided early cat presence, player in CT spawn. No one peering down cat from this spot. A is slightly weaker. And Jax, well, I mean, it really comes down to what he can do with his MP9. He's doing pretty good so far, though. Oh, doesn't net the second frag. And even though he does good damage, this is a fair bit of map control for Navi to get, considering there is no cat presence.
Still have Nexa keeping his eyes on long. This smoke's eventually going to fade. And the question will remain, is Flamey going to stick around to this? He's walking forward, puts down another smoke. That gives his information to Nexa. And Nexa ousts him. So now what's left of Navi are going to set scrambling back from Cat. All of this being heard by Aminek, of course. He is on high alert. The flashbang's fantastic. And Perfecto, he's going to create a little bit of space here. All of the CTs inside their spawn. We've got 6 players ready to fight. Third one comes through, and Simple's pistol pays off.
Wow.
It's 2 survivors for Navi as they break onto the board.
Completely hoodwinked. They get that cat control. I mean, that frag from Nexa was supposed to mean everything when they continued up on cat. Immediately jumping back to mid, they needed Perfecto to nail that entry out the doors. He does it, and then they smoke the door out. They smoke the mid out completely, locking all the CTs into a bad rotational spot, and they scramble. They panic. They try to make a move, and they get punished for it accordingly. Navi go ahead, win this third round, put G2 instantly onto an eco. And now can try to establish in this half already. Back and forth, here we go. No emergencies. No emergency rotation here from G2.
No panic, no stress, and really nothing they can do about it anyways. So just keeping their pistols up, looking for the headshots. It's just the one deagle on Jax. USP chucked to the wayside. We've got Navi out on elbow. Flamey keeping the mid players in check, or at least he's supposed to. Hunter gonna go ahead and drop a frag here. This is gonna be an AK picked up for the CTs. Or, oh, excuse me, no, it's just the Galil. Just the Galil.
Yeah.
Get it out of here.
I mean, they're still gonna probably use it. Well, actually gonna attempt the full-on retake here up long.
Yeah. Okay. Already on the cross too. I like this, wasting 0 time. Bomb halfway gone. No kit in the situation. Boomich on top of Goose. And of course, as you see, the bomb planted for the catwalk. Boomich, he's going to get overwhelmed. Perfecto comes in with a kill, and this is just very cost effective. The Eagles are deadly. Hunter, he taps it, he clears the board. That's everybody dead. And he can even keep the Galil.
Oh, 1 health, and he holds on to it. 5 frags after grabbing the Galil from top mid. They get 5 kills. And Jax's deagle, bro. That I think he got a second one as well. Right. Yeah, that was a beautiful shot on Perfecto, man. 5 kills. Man, there's just no easy rounds. You cannot relax. This is peak individual plays at the moment. 2-2. Money low on both sides. Op in for Kenny S. Promises to support him. Hard to say who has the better buy right now. Slightly better utility here for the CTs. Oh, and Jax putting that Galil to work.
Immediately. Nexus here on the other side of the smoke that now begin to fade. He's lost his teammate. Sprays for 1. Amanek trades it back. Bomb dropped. And Navi, they're going to have to fight for control of this. It's still smoke, so Amanek makes the most of it. Moving into position on the other side of doors. He is all alone for the moment. But all he needs is really 1 kill here. And then his teammates could finish off with the trade train. Minute up. Perfecto. Oh, man. He jumps the gun. He's still going to get the kill in the end. Amanek trying to put down the Molotov, trying to keep Electronic at bay. Wants him away from the bomb. But Electronic doesn't actually push outwards. And because of that, bomb's still down on the dirt. But you can understand why Kenny S disengages from the situation. He doesn't want to just leave the A site open. So he's going to sit upon it. And Electronic, well, he relaxes for the time being.
Yeah, this is a situation where the Falmuses did appear to be a liability for a second. Kenny S up on the site is here to make up for that. And yeah, Electronic goes out of it. That's a safe situation here for Navi. They do their best to try to get those kills, and I think Perfecto is fully aware of the way that he walked out and walked back. Shoving his gun barrel out, baiting out some Falmus spray, but ultimately not netting the frag, even though it was just the Falmus. Good hold on long. Initially by Jax, that Galil kill to stop the momentum. Or at least put a dampen on it. And it's all out Deagles once again. Could be an early walkout mid. This is kind of interesting. Calling out the long presence from the CTs. They've made a lot of progress so far. It could get scary. We saw what the mid-to-B did last time to G2. But there's no smokes to use this time.
It's the walkout mid. Going to be kept back by Nexa. He hopes. The further he gets away, the less likely this MP9. Ooh, great grenade damage. Electronic doesn't even see it coming.
Yeah, massive impact on that grenade. Are they run boosting?
Yes,
oh
sir.
My God.
Nexus saw it. Easy execution. And no trade potential off of that play either. Nexus position was perfect to deal with that. Now the pistol players are going to start walking up catwalk. They could go for another run boost if they want to try and offset some crosshairs. The option is there, but instead they walk around dry. Kenny S. Gonna miss his second shot, so that's a little bit of space for Electronic to extend into the elbow. 30 seconds left over, and Kenny's gonna rip him apart. Then he takes a bit of damage. He dies. Perfecto in with a second. 25 seconds left over. Imagine a world where he clears the player off Goose, but it's 3 survivors for G2. They shut down the pistols of Navi.
Yeah, not a single clean round, even though it looked like a great start. Great shots here for Perfecto. That was clinical. Holy crap. And giving Jax a taste of his own medicine. 4-2 up for a G2. Buy is it's thin for Navi. They get the nade sets. So I wonder if they're going to try to abuse the mid to B, the early long control that the CTs want. This time, Kenyas, he could be in a dangerous situation if they don't know how close he is. He kills the guy in the back, but ends up getting traded out. Great flashes, yeah, and it's just that smoke and flash to allow them in.
Yep, Amanek, he's gonna go peeking through doors, so trying to take this back by storm. He sees Simple on the side of the smoke. Perfecto slipping out from tunnels has lost his entire team and the bomb to boot. He's pinned in behind the plat box. They're all charging him down, and they're even going for the knives already. Bad manners.
Yeah, we love the play. You know, mid to be there made a lot of sense based on what they saw the last round. G2 just really scared of dropping long. Does this bleed over into the rifle rounds, though? You know, it's always a gamble to try to pull off a fast mid to be like that. But Navi will happily gamble on a full rifle if they see the opportunity. 3 over towards the tunnels this time around. 1 to draw out some attention, I think. A couple of nades maybe outside long, but they get the incendiary in response no matter what, which is great.
Haven't really seen too many hyper extensions from G2. No catwalk pushes. No real fighting over the long A doors. They've just been letting Navi walk into their own deaths. Of course, more so during the pistols. Guns back in. And lots of cat presence with nobody on this A site.
Completely evacuated. Now the B presence, I mean, this is okay for the CTs. If the tunnels push, it just comes down to these kills. And, whoa, man, Perfecto. I don't know if he heard anything, but he seems to walk away quite calmly. He doesn't seem too suspicious. The exclamation mark over his head fades away as he goes up cat. And the push can still ensue. Kenny S doing some great damage as well. Long control, again, means the world. Cat isn't everything for the T's. Not with this many other pushes going on.
Amanek's gotten even closer. Flamey just saw him. Quick execute into the tunnels. Now he's going to try to split through mid. That's the second B player in Hunter. So Kenny S has managed to walk from CT spawn onto the CT cross. And now he's scoped in, ready to drop him. Electronic's going to be the first one cut down by the op. And Kenny S, continues.
Man.
Right into the head of Simple. Bomb is going to be planted for Catwalk, but Kenny, big plays. He's got 3 frags already, and there's the 4th from Kenny S. Fantastique.
Just exquisite. Absolutely magnificent. That is just beautiful. I mean, that's the op round that you want playing from car in that position. But G2 kept their options wide open all round long. They left cat there, but the fog of war was so great for Navi. They didn't have any other options. Flamey catching that flank on lower tunnel was one thing, but immediately it escalated the CTs into pushing through long for the big flank. They also had Hunter was fully aware of Flamey at the thought of them running out mid B again, holding the smoke, catching that frag, and then even though he pushes over towards B, they still have the 2 on long, the flank to top mid. They had a lot of options the entire time.
Oh, this is a dangerous game, despite it just being the pistols. Kenny S feeling the vibes from last round. Gonna go ahead and cut off Boomich. That's the bomb spotted as well in the dirt top mid. So anti-eco's going well. Starting to get a little scared for Navi, I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, I mean, I guess you can only lose so many times in a row on Dust 2.
Whoop. Almost. Kenny S. Jumping into the crosshair there of Electronic. Met by the flashbang. Maybe because Electronic has this control pretty early and it's been given for free, they decide to walk that bomb across. I mean, they could very well just plant for Catwalk, and nobody's going to stop them here from the defense at all. Flamey even with the Tech 9 taking down Kenny S, this is actually going to draw the attention of the other two CTs. There is a flank from Perfecto, and that is excellent. He takes down one of the two players inside of CT spawn. Maybe I shouldn't be fearful for Navi, because with just pistols, they walk up Cat, thanks to Electronic, and almost have this round in the bag. However, the retake's coming in quick, and it's Jackson Hunter with a couple of kills first and foremost. Simple, off of the box, looking for a headshot. He's gonna find the one to Jax. There's the spam damage down, and Simple 1v3.
I was gonna say any team that was slightly worse would have lost in that spot, but they still win off of these kills. The push into B from Perfecto, taking out a frag and CT spawn, applying all this pressure onto the A side players, and Simple, they all come into his domain, sitting behind the default box, 3 frags, the 1v3. He doesn't even need the op.
Flash long for me. Both Perfecto and Simple have 3 flash assists on this map already. Flamey had 3 in regulation on Mirage, and that was the highest. Flashbang.
Flashbang. Yeah, wow. Wow, take a second to digest that one. Never safe on the ecos, even when this looked like the cleanest one they had. This looked like the cleanest one until we had that B lurk come out, the Tech 9 kill on long. It's always scary. G2 literally had a 3-man setup on long to stop any kind of lurk. They were in, again, perfect position to try to retake. Thought this cat play was going to be inconsequential given the gun, seen what we saw before. Another opening kill going the way of G2, though, as we move out of that eco round.
Now we're going to get a little extension here from Kenny S. He's up the catwalk. He's going to get that first one. Almost has the op back in time for a second shot, but Flamey will trade fast enough to keep this limited to a single-man disadvantage. All 3 of Navi's players here on the catwalk. Jax, he's starting to flank. He sees the shoulder of one, dropping Perfecto out of the round. Navi are going to try to come back to reclaim this, but as they do so, Nexa pushes in. Dude, G2 are hitting them from all directions in all different sorts of timing, but this one not actually solidifying a frag for the CT side. No, sir. It's going to be Simple and Flamey still up, deciding to push past the catwalk, deciding to get that much closer to a plant yet again. Simple, he's going to put down the bomb as Flamey gets another headshot, and Navi clawing back from a 2 versus 4. Hunter almost lines them up, but Navi win another round.
All 5 kills between those two, and they had to work their way in through the CT spots. With the CTs knowing every single position they'd be in. Kenny S hits that shot on Cat. We didn't even see it from his perspective. That was insane, man. All of these kills, man. As simple as 1 bullet away from death on that spray. Has to nail it then. Flamey could have died as collateral damage in the back. And oh my god, Simple through the lower part of the door on this cross. Hunter just trying to get to B, but it is just an eco. But dude, man, what are these kills?
0 utility for G2. They decide to boost a couple players up Cat. Not going to find anything there. Navi completely in on long A. They're just keeping the top of middle in check. What does make me a little nervous is the bomb carrier. But what doesn't make me nervous is the fact that it's Simple. So he waits and nobody's actually going to go at him. It's just going to be the clash on long cross. Kenny S with a USP starting to tippity tap right through it. That's going to elicit Electronic around the side of the smoke. They're nervous about this stack up, and they have a reason to be. You know, they are calling this correctly, but it's the gunfight that favors the T side regardless. It's flawless. 5 survivors for Navi.
Yeah, it's well handled there for a Navi. 5 kills between 4 players. And yeah, not much to see here, but except for that, of course. What an insane shot. I mean, you don't even see the flick. Like, literally looks like his crosshair is still on the mid doors when he clicks that. When he left clicks it. It's just beautiful. Just beautiful. Instant long control. No, a lot of the times, honestly, Navi have been going off this long control with 1 player and like gambling it and always running into 3, losing their opening kill. But this time they get long control. Nobody's here. The cat play will get called out. This is a good setup here from the T's.
There's a third. Kenny S gets Flamey. Now he's trying to fall back into cover, which he'll find, but there's also a player on long. Kenny S is so compromised. But they decide to double back. They check their flank. Simple, he's going to lose a bunch of health, but more importantly, they have cleared this A site by storm.
I mean, the emergency response is there from G2, and we can see them being so fluid and kind of unfazed by how much pressure is being applied from Navi. They come through on the flanks in time, but they get a dink off on Simple. They don't get the kill. And Kenny does his best to create his own cover in the barricade with the smoke on the A site, but still gets spammed down. But yeah, the thing is, the long pressure from Navi, it's crazy how many times they've risked having one person get flashed out only for them to get killed. MP9, Falmus, whatever. It's just one player gets melted down, and then it's a 4-on-5 situation. I guess, you know, they try it every single round. Eventually, G2 are not going to go for all that long control because they are scared of the mid to B. The gamble pays off for Navi. They're rewarded with both the long player up for free plus a ton of crap pressure versus just rifles.
I feel like Navi have really been thriving in these pressured mid-round moments. You know, you think of that 2 versus 4 off of Catwalk, being hit by so many different directions, but still just being one step ahead, predicting the peaks, never playing as if you've already lost the round. Navi do that well, but they will have a huge advantage here in the 13th round. Look at the weapon disparity. Single AK for Amanek.
Could be a cool time for a full B. No reason for G2 to feel like they'd be trying this. No, they've done everything basically mid, cat, and long. Even when they go B, it's a heavy presence towards mid. Don't know if Navi have the propensity to just go through the tunnels, though. It looks like they are thinking about taking their talents back towards lower tunnels. CZ closes the distance. AK behind. AK from Amanek turns up, and it leaves one player alone with the op and a bomb in the upper tunnels. He'll get sprayed down with the help of a flash. Off recovered. Bomb in enemy territory. And the only thing that helps him back is Flamey from the top of mid, but it has nothing to do with the bomb.
Yeah, not yet. Hunter, 1 health makes the difference there. They go ahead and smoke off the T-spawn, so that's going to counter Boomich out of it. Our eyes fall onto Flamey, but Nexa could fall onto him if the timing works out well. The flash, but he sees it. Yep. He just needs to hit the headshot. Oh, and he gets turned on. Flamey rips it back. 30 seconds. Now G2, they're going to start to sweat. They've got 2 players with 7 health combined, but Amanek, he's 100 HP, and he's tucked in behind the pillar. Nobody sees him. Now he starts to fire off. Oh, they get them both. G2, with just 1 AK, take the lead by 1.
Well, menacing take. Like they did. I mean, they made that as hard as possible. That's for damn sure. Flamey, insane to hit that. Probably 1 or 2 bullets away from death. And Nexa tried to take his time. He wasn't toying with his food at all. He was just trying to make sure he had a headshot. Couldn't deliver on the first, and it all went downhill from there. Navi haven't done any utility damage in this match. Oh my god, none. Not a single one.
Don't need them.
Not even 1 damage. No Molotovs. It's a little bit harder on the T side. Still surprising to be this many rounds, 13 rounds in. Not even 1 damage. Not even a single damage done by a utility. No HE damage. No Molotov damage.
None.
Wow. Okay. Well, they have 6 rounds. I wonder how many they would have had with a few utility damage. I wonder. Well, okay. That meant insane. That was an insane setup and a scary situation for the CTs. You know, both pieces of the puzzle with the tunnels push and the guy playing up close had to chime in at the exact same time. They could have easily lost. It's one of those situations where if one dies, the other dies right after.
There it is. I was thinking to myself, like, Hunter, he's got this forward position, but Electronic is already starting to move past. Electronic was behind the lower tunnel box and had a grenade blow up between his feet. Still decides to walk forward, calls out that forward position from Hunter. Now a 5v4 advantage here for Navi. All the grenades in the world. Man advantage and Cat under their wrap.
I think the CTs are too scared about A now. Yeah, gambling over towards B. They were scared of long control immediately after Hunter died. Maybe reading a bit too hard into the setup. Maybe just scared in the 4v5 to do anything without that play. But yeah, they might be forfeiting the round if Navi decide to go up Cat. I wonder if they even try it, honestly. Okay, they get the upper tunnel's control. Killed a top mid. Great wide flick from a distance from Kenny S. And now they definitely are on for the retake. Numbers thinned down from Navi. Nothing to stop the CTs from coming up through cat behind him.
Except Perfecto. Doubles his head back, decides to smoke the Molotov. So if the CTs want to go through, it's with the flash. And Perfecto, he's inside of them. All three CTs go by, but one of them turns back. Good heads up play to deny the smoke lurk. Now it's just the last two defenders for Navi on the bomb site. Electronic only good for the one. Simple. Oh, he stops the player on long. There's two CTs coming in from the catwalk, and he can't stop either. Jax with a second headshot. G2 in 8th round, and only one to go.
Perfect alignment on the peak from G2 to make sure Simple goes out without getting his back off cycle off another frag. Instant headshot there from Jax. And I think,
Nexa.
Yeah, I don't know. Did they, I felt like they had saw him go into the smoke before and then got blinded right after. I don't know if his body was showing it all or if they had heard a footstep or something, but you know, that awareness from Nexa, it means the world, obviously, to G2 on that retake. And Kenyes's opening kill to the back of mid opens up their retake completely. That was not an easy shot to hit at all.
Trying to call out Electronic here. Now would be the perfect moment. Oh, but now he's already slipped by. So that window comes to a close. Although the smoke will tell them that somebody's down there, so maybe a little chip damage off the nade. No, sir, misses the mark. They're going to start jumping up onto the Xbox. Kenny, him firing his op is going to be a welcoming call for them to try and push in. He barely gets around the corner, and Nexa, well, he won't. Standing in no man's land as the CTs laid down utility to block that off, but they've already lost man advantage.
They wanted to follow that up quickly, but the smoke comes down on their face. They're going to reset. Still doing better. This goes the distance. They're in a pretty good spot. CTs try to come up with something creative. This could be a great way to get a kill. You know, high chance somebody who lurks back off cat. G2 immediately gets scared of it, though. I think maybe with the smoke on an expiration timer from Kenny S.
Ooh, he hits it. Had to have been through the wall because Boomich, he wasn't even on 100 HP. And yet he still survives the op shot. Hunter, quick headshot. Yep, that's the bomb down. But Flamey, he's past the A long play, so they don't realize there's still a terrorist up here. And Flamey could claw this one back, but he only has 20 seconds to do so. He's got to move his feet forward. Picking up that bomb doesn't keep his gun out, and Aminek's going to punish. Electronic, he could just get both kills. He is going to get the first one. Oh, to the top of mid, the CT fights. And Jax, good night. Closes the first half with a 3-round lead for G2. Join us after the break as the Frenchmen swap to the offense.
Yeah. La 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 la. Yeah. Your life hits hard, but I hit right back. I never back down, I keep it on track. It's the same day with no problems. I keep rising from the bottom. Cause when the sun comes up and I look around, I can feel that love, I can hear that sound. They're never gonna hold me down, I'm higher than the ceiling now. I need to worry about, cause I got no problems. I know it's gonna be alright. It's getting better every time. Nobody's gonna kill my vibe, cause I got no problems. Yes, every day was a war. Yeah, it kinda took a while. When they tell me I should stay, I just jump with a smile. Yeah, it's hard until you notice. Everybody's got their moment. When the sun comes up and I look around, I can feel that love, I can hear the sound. Listen up. They're never gonna hold me down, I'm higher than the ceiling now. And then I need to worry about, cause I got no problems. I know it's gonna be alright. It's getting better every time. ceiling now. Have none I need to worry about, 'cause I got no problem. They're never gonna hold me down. I'm higher than the ceiling now.
3-round lead for G2 as they take over to the T side. The Betway odds favoring the Frenchmen as they also have a map in their back pocket. They were let back in on Mirage, and they haven't stopped that momentum ever since. We've got heavy utility between Boomich and Perfecto. Can Navi survive a CT side? Can they take back this map and lead us to nuke? It's about time we find out.
Yeah. Part of me wants nuke, but we look at G2, they've got between 10 and 14 kills in terms of the disparity across all their players. Boomich lagging behind, only 3 frags. One huge one on that previous round. An insane tactic from both sides. Counter flash is the champion though, and Perfecto, another important kill. Back and forth we go on this long cross. Bomb dropped in vision of the CTs. Yeah, off the corner of the smoke. It got a bit scary.
Ooh, Kenny, and he runs out of bullets just as he tries to retreat. 2 more kills for Electronic. Headshot after headshot. Navi immediately onto 7.
Yeah, they pulled back. And this is, again, great tracking there from Electronic off the flash. It looked like he never dropped the ball for a second. Yeah, super crispy today, man. Electronic, I think after Katowice, Electronic was personally upset about his performance. Although, when you looked at, I thought he played well, but, for his standards, I guess, not where he wants to be. He's kind of dropped off a little bit on average, but, especially, I think, online, with the online stuff. He's one of the players who's come a bit under fire. It did start to look like Simple and Freds for a moment there, even with all of the talent on the roster. But yeah, everyone firing off now for the most part.
The reason he's probably unhappy is he compares himself to Simple. And not an easy
for your self-esteem.
Yeah, if you're trying to be the best player on Navi, you've got to hold yourself to a higher standard. And I think that's one of the best things about Electronic. The bromance between him and Simple is real. And whoa, Simple, he gets 4 Ts in his face. Electronic's gonna slip down into the CT spawn and close this one out. So that's Navi already starting to add rounds to the board. 3-piece on the anti-eco's good for the money. Electronic drops the op.
Someone accused me of being a Navi fanboy on Mirage. I was like, should I be ripping off the G2 stickers off all of my guns or something, or what?
Yeah, that black laminate. Black laminate for G2 foils. I know it well.
Yeah, there we go. That's pretty hilarious. People hear what they want, I guess. I actually had no idea. After that first map, I didn't even know who I wanted to win. Like, everyone's got a bias, but for these 2 teams on that last map, man, I was literally rooting for OT. I just wanted more rounds because that was just such an insane Mirage map. It's carrying over into Dust 2. And T's gonna calm it down. G2's T side, they're well rounded, on this map. I could say the same about Navi, but I feel like they've done so much work to try to improve their Dust 2 because of some recent upsetting losses, of course. Gotta love the self-deprecating tweets. Gotta shout that out again. Nexa, just perfect for the org. And a great IGL, man. His calling shows. His mid-rounding is very confident. Setups are always very dynamic, fluid. Got the right amount of leash for all of his teammates.
Being able to kind of just brush off negative results with that self-deprecating humor, I think that's actually a psychological advantage. You don't go too low when the going gets rough. Let's see if Flamey can manage what is 3 Ts on the other side. Bomb drop first, and down goes Nexa. It's almost perfect. The op shot from Simple's gonna seal the deal, unless Hunter's catwalk play can claw back 3 frags. And no, sir, bad timing. He turns his attention away just as Electronic pops up off the top of ramp. So that is 9 rounds apiece. This map is tied.
Yeah, just wicked here from Flamey. Of course, the flash, well, look at that flash assist from Perfecto. It completely destroys the spacing. Flamey's not in a good position to get 2 kills if there's no flashbang there. They would have come out, traded him 1-for-1 easily. Would have been too hard to try to transfer on that close to that angle as he was just heard, but yeah, flash means everything from Perfecto. Lots of insanely impactful rounds from Perfecto from the perspective of utility, eco round, deagle kills. post-plant frags, clutch rounds, everything. He's been such a well-rounded presence for this team. So many, you know, I think there's been so many points where like the new addition players have done nothing but disappoint. But now we've got so many new addition players, notably on FaZe, on NAVI, on G2, that have all just delivered to some insane level that nobody expected. So great to see. It's raising the tide for everybody.
Whoop. Grenade's not the very best. Awkward bounce, and Simple's gonna drop the op shot, so he gets pressured off. 2Ts managed to move past the Molotov, and we've got Boomich already dinked, so he's not gonna want to forfeit all this long control. He throws the smoke up and over. Hunter gonna go ahead and plant for Cat. Nexa, can he bring it back? There's 3 CTs coming right at him. He dodges the flash. First headshot's great, but now it's up to the other 2, and down goes just Hunter left. Flamey, he's on one. 17 frags, 14 deaths, and a 10th round for Navi.
Yeah, another player come under fire. This Flamey, sometimes by his own volition. the 1G on Mirage last map from Flamey, but good eco cleanup here. A lot of reliable kind of frags coming out from the rifles to push up onto the site. Yeah, it's pretty much all about Flamey there. Now Navi take a lead for what it's worth, but we knew this would be a game that would go back and forth constantly. It's a map that lends itself to that. We're going to expect more of the same. KennyS in that first half was extraordinary, but so was Simple. So hopefully we get some more of those head-to-heads if we're lucky.
Fingers crossed. Electronic trying to get eyes here on mid. He heard those close footsteps. He's ready, but it's an aggressive stance from Simple. And Hunter's gonna best him. The
How's
AK
that bad?
headshot comes out on top. Flamey, he's fully blinded thanks to KennyS, and Perfecto goes down indoors. It's an empty-handed Navi. 4 players down, 0 frags to the favor of the CTs. G2 just cut through mid, and a perfect B pinch is theirs.
Wow. I mean, if everybody doesn't fall, I would say, you know, Hunter puts on his ski mask and absolutely robs Simple of that frag. But with everybody else dying too, it makes it a bit more decisive, and you know, you can maybe move past that, but it felt like Simple was dead on the mark. He thought he'd for sure get that frag. I really don't know how that happened, but yeah. Now some good exit frags, consolation frags, but not so much, you know, good, important economic damage at this point in the game. We see how much damage is being dealt both ways on these ecos. Exits can mean a lot. Of course, you know, G2 are trying to hunt this down so that next round they don't have to deal with an AK. But it seems like there's going to be a buy anyways. Electronic will be dropped. Wow, this AK actually means the world. This is the difference between everybody getting a gun plus the op and full of grenades.
Poor Flamey, just trying to hide for as long as he can. Electronic dropping into middle as well. Like KennyS this close. Look at that. That's not even a no scope. That's how fast he is at the moment.
Wasn't it? Oh my god.
Registered as a quick, so
yeah.
Lit.
You know, very little reason to ever actually need to no scope if you can get the right click off just to get the accuracy 100%. Sure. And we can see the potential there for how fast it can be. This could be an interesting look, okay? We've had Flamey in a very volatile spot out there at mid, trying to hold down versus the mid to Bs. It's dangerous for him to be there up close, asking to be traded. B push is always great. Yeah, with
great
the
timing.
Oh,
he goes down.
Yeah, better trade, actually.
Yeah, Hunter, he's going to be trying to get out from middle, and he gets cut off as well. Perfecto adding one to the tally, but dropped out of the B bomb site. So man advantage for Navi, and they will be attempting a retake with 1 smoke, double flash. They've got that tunnels alert coming in from Boomich, so you have to think that they won't smoke off the tunnels itself. Instead, just popping it inside of the doorway. So giving them some angles to work around, making it a little bit harder for the terrorists to just tuck against the walls. But the T's do decide to split ever so slightly. Nexa, he's got to get exposed. They're about to peek right into him. But the smoke, it holds them back for now. Yeah, bomb's halfway gone. Nexa, he does decide to change positions right in the nick of time. Sees two, and good thing they came through with the double tunnels play because Navi trade frag and Navi take 11.
Yeah, they didn't want to have to watch both things. There was a good amount of utility there. The late smoke going down, you think G2 would actually grab that. But Navi, good patience, not rushing the situation, causing some confusion as to where the push would come in through door and window, or if it was going to be through the tunnels ultimately. And Nexa, his eyes cross as two players come out of the tunnels. His teammate dies in the backside while he's trying to protect them. But yeah, there's too many spots to watch. You can't really blame your teammate in that spot. You've just got to make a gamble, read on where you think the first kills are going to come. Navi come out ahead from that perspective. They take 11. And yeah, it wasn't a great behold. I actually think, you know, G2 have something going here. In general, the trades were really good there from G2 to open up the site.
See if they can do it again. Or rather, if they want something different. Nexa is floating that bomb outside long doors, and G2 with cat control with more than a minute to go.
You always want to be able to show bomb. I mean, it's really hard to actually do that safely, but, you know, imagine they show bomb on long, and then they could have that fast rotate mid B if they want to. This bomb by itself in general, though, seems kind of like a liability. I wonder if they'll go and try to support him, or yeah, what the ultimate plan is here. What's the end game for G2?
Bomb flirting back to middle. Smoke down on the elbow. This calls back a player for Navi. Electronics walking up the CT ramp. Follow-up smoke as well. Really trying to counter out these snipers. Electronics just going to flash high. Maybe he throws himself into the gunfight. Seems so. He drops Hunter first and foremost. There's Jax coming down from CT spawn. They hit him on the base of ramp, and they didn't expect it at all. Amanek, 2 frags for him as he falls back over towards the pit. The bomb planted on that side of it. Flamey and Perfecto on the retake. Kenny S already trying to keep them in, but he's pinned on Goose. And Nexa pops right back up for the headshot. Perfecto on the UMP of all things is good for the very first. A frag grenade over towards the CT cross isn't going to do anything, but he does have the offer, and he tries to charge him down. Amanek, great cover. Amanek, great 3-piece.
Amazing 3-piece, yeah. I mean, for him to be on cat after taking down Pit, as we're about to see, that's what blows us away. I mean, he dismantles the crossfire. Boomich had to absolutely get that kill. It brings it from a 3v2 in the favor of one team to the other. So it's 11-11. G2 have earned around at A. I'd say B site is still relatively weak. There are a lot of outs here for G2 to be able to win this game. Double trouble. Flamey had 10 double kill rounds, but none with 3 kills plus on Mirage. Okay, 10 double kill rounds, an extraordinary amount. Is that 10 double kill rounds on one map? That means he was averaging on the rounds he killed, yeah, like basically 2 kills every single round he got a kill. That's pretty cool.
That was double overtime as well, however. So more rounds to play, more time for Flamey to shine. Let's see if he can come into fruition here with a P250 and a frag grenade. A smoke, a Zeus, a flash. It is the bare bones buy for Navi.
Yeah. Okay, CT set up it. Faces pressed on all choke points.
Simple with that deagle on catwalk. That's not where I would want to walk into.
I wonder if G2 are eyeing down the mid-B potential on this round. I don't know. I feel like if I beat them, I'd really be questioning, you know, the mid-B on the rifle. But it doesn't cost you much just to toss a smoke down and scare the CTs into rotating. Of course, if you had 6 CTs, you'd have the long cat setup, plus the B players, plus the mid player at all times. But on Dust 2, there's always got to be someone floating between the 2 extremities.
Simple burned out. Oh man, Jack seemed like even still a little nervous about giving chase to that one.
Seriously, yeah.
Yeah, a lot of respect being given to Simple. Got the smokes up and over. Flashbang blinds Jax, but he'll regain vision, and it's not like there's anybody here to even stop him. There's nobody on the ramp, there's nobody tucked Goose. It is Navi with 2 deep on long, so this could be an easy plant for Catwalk if they decided to walk this one back, but he's gonna decide to duel. The sniper is posted up on this Pitman. Oh, there's the headshot from Kenny. And not quite the follow-up, but at least they know there is a threat that way.
I'd love to see Kenny at like the fun fair, you know what I mean? Trying to win prizes. I feel like he'd be the guy, just the dead shot, just at the high scores on like the shoot the water balloon challenge, or like and nail the ring on the bottle. Like he'd be the kind of guy to like break the game. He's the reason that all those carnival games are too hard for everybody else.
Yeah. How dare you, putting the carnies out of work.
Yeah. Oh man. Okay. Well, it's always scary on the eco, man. Based on the stats, what we've seen, and how much damage is dealt, it's always scary on the ecos. Got to take them very seriously. Yeah, and we actually have back-to-back ecos. Wow, you see how important that one round was? That straight-up cat play with Aminix 3-piece.
Simple gets another chance. Just enjoy being alive if you are Simple. He takes that wall bang by the op. 10 HP with the scout. So really, he's kind of just nullified and has to sit on the back of B plat, hoping that they walk into the tunnels and he can crack some headshots. But I mean, G2 very much sizing up the situation, playing very collected, and that's obviously going to minimize the chance of mistakes. There's nobody here on the long doors. In fact, the closest CT is all the way deep over towards his spawn.
It's a new look to anti-eco towards long for a G2. Seen this once or twice, but not nearly as many times as we see it in most games. Hunter alone, but he'll do just fine. He's attracting their attention. They're going to try to trade him out.
They're attracting his. He doubles back to find Electronic in the tunnels. Loses half of his health. So the CTs are starting to get closer to an A stack. And if Flamey can move past the tunnels just in time, then maybe he could even find them on the bomb site. But the longer he watches tunnels, the more likely we have G2 just following through into the bomb site and planting here. We do have Flamey up at the top of Cat. Down he goes. That threat's countered. Kenny S swapping to the Tech 9, drops Boomich as well. So things were getting scary for just a moment. Never were they in the favor of Navi. But I'm sure all of you could see it starting to piece together. In the end, it's looking like 4 survivors for G2, a 2-round lead, and only 3 to go on this T side for the 2-0 sweep.
I don't know how many more rounds we go without G2 going for that mid to B again. They had that one really strong cat play to bring them to double eco, so the round was worth 3. But yeah, I think the scariest part is just how many other options are open here for G2. We'll see what they try to do. Op down mid. Spot in the cross. Smoke. No boost to try to kill him in spawn. No early 5v4 here. Long control attempt from G2. It wasn't a 3-man long initially, but it looks like a CT trying to get to the other side of the door. Yeah. Oh, but Boomich gets spotted. He'll have to fall back. Not enough to scare them, it looks like. A great grenade on the fadeaway. Boomich, 7 kills. He'd have to go huge here with just the promise. Yeah, rough map, but he can make up for it in these final rounds.
Most certainly could. Oh, got some movement here by Simple, and he's not masking the sound at all. Boomich, this is going to be a big test. A lot of players about to try and trickle into him, and he comes up empty-handed. A little bit of chip damage versus Jax. Simple tracks the bomb carrier, misses the second shot, and, well, Hunter combines for the pinch. Sure, the bomb's been dropped in pit, but with 50 seconds left over in a 4 versus 2, this is looking like the Frenchmen's all day long. Navi, they're going to have to walk away from this. We're talking 14 rounds to 11, and they are 2 away from the 2-0 sweep.
Yeah, and they're looking good. Lots of variety in their game plan. Lots of different approaches. Great entry frags, good spacing. And because they have Navi on the economic back foot, just putting all of that extended pressure onto long made that job more than impossible for Boomich to deal with alone. And Navi didn't have enough information anywhere else to have Simple come out early to try to help him. You know, even if Boomich gets a kill, he dies, it's still going to be very difficult for Navi. If they continue to trade out 1-for-1, sure. And maybe if Simple had got that second frag, we could have been in business. But still, the amount of pressure and map control that was taken by the T's in that situation, I think it would have been a bit too much. But yeah, we don't even get to see the world where Perfecto and Flamey even attempt the retake. 14 up for G2 in the driver's seat. Kind of the clearest lead we've seen so far in this entire series so far. And now it's only the 2 guns that have been saved, and guns can be dropped, but I don't know if they have a very good buy. They'll probably try it though.
Let's see.
Oh no.
Nope, not
Play
too
for
much piece
15,
together
yeah.
here. Playing for the tie, playing for another overtime.
They got
Playing
all
to keep them in this.
yeah, they went for the half armor purchase.
Hunter, the flashbang goes forward, so he's going to go ahead and deal with Electronic. Trying to get a little aggressive on Catwalk, and he's not the only one. We do have one of those 2 M4s in position with Flamey. He sees the trajectory of the grenade that tells him someone was right there, but he doesn't quite catch a glimpse of him. And yet again, we're going to have G2 doubling over towards long. This is going to be 4 players out the doors with nobody to stop them. No close position on the doorways. No, sir. Boomich, he is all the way back. And even then, he has barely anything to work with. No utility, just the CZ.
This thing falls off greatly at range, on top of the fact that there's so many T's coming his way. Perfecto.
The rotate's good.
Yeah, he's coming in hot. Went ahead and took that aim duel right away.
Got 3 smokes for the cross, G2. Gonna lay down 2 of them. CZ, pretty substantial damage there versus Jax. And Boomich, he doesn't have much to lose, so he may run through, but he chooses not to. Nexa, he's gonna get himself a frag versus Simple. Flamey still inside the corner, good for another frag. And he's just pinned to this position. A man advantage up for Navi. Kenny S, he has the cover of the car, and he's looking for someone to drop. Seeing the head, he is pinned in and still able to drop the pistol player. He's trying to deal with the other one. Jax sees them both now, but he has to get the reload, and Perfecto goes down.
How do they make their way out of that puzzle box? I have no idea. That was for sure Navi's round to win at that point. Oh man, on the last bullet, Jax. I mean, they're just coming up too clutch on all of these kills. You thought Perfecto's rotate, that instant slam down mid, that early rotation from both players, the gamble stack over towards A was going to be enough, but G2, they stay strong. Poor Jax went 3-11 in opening duels in Mirage. He's 4-3 on Dust 2. 4-3 on Dust 2, yeah. It's definitely an improvement. I mean, he's positive in the opening duels. All the rest of the rounds, he may not have died at all. Yeah, overall, it's just overall really good there for G2. They even get the first kill on Cat as well.
The most successful player in opening duels at the moment, of course, would be Electronic. 8 victories and 5 loss.
Look at the kills.
Yeah.
18 to 21 on everybody on G2.
Yeah, this is definitely the team coming together. All the cogs are turning here for G2. Let's see if Flamey can turn them the other way. Oh man, right through the smoke, he decides to shut down Nexa. Simple in position, they're ready for the mid play, and they've got this 5v3 straight out the gate. Jax, he could just slip back through door if he chooses to. He's got Amanek trying to pressure this B bomb site, trying to keep them committed. He gets the bomb, and he is with Amanek. This is going to put Kenny S on the pick. Perfecto on the box, back bomb site. Kenny, he's going to have to be ready for this. But it's almost like a trap because it draws him outwards. And the more in the open he stands, the more susceptible he is to Perfecto swinging wide. He's going to have to kill the player on the car and then just sick flick over to the back of the bomb site.
Does he have a teammate on him? No, he doesn't. Oh, it's this other one in mid. Yeah, he's all alone.
There's the commitment from Kenny.
Shots out. Yeah, okay. Yes, dude, Flamey. I mean, I feel like he's always in a scary spot there in mid, but always doing his job. Almost always has a terrible gun, too. I mean, he has to do this with the Fama basically every single round. Boomich is on the board. Navi get to 12. They lock it down versus the B split, so maybe I was not onto something. Seemed like they had come close a few times. But what does this mean for Navi? Maybe the game plan is simply like lean towards A because the player, because Boomich is having a tough game. you pretty much you want to. It's your fool to not abuse
They're
that,
trying.
right?
Yep.
So, yeah,
They're just gonna run right
back
out the doors.
towards A.
2 CTs fall back. He's not gonna stop. Oh my God, Amanek just runs through it with the Mac 10. He goes down, but Nexa's ready to trade this, and they have Simple pinned behind the car. He's gonna lay down the smoke, the flash. He's just trying to escape here with 36 HP left over, down to 10, and still rocking it back. Nexa, he's gonna drop that bomb in the open, and Simple flirts with the idea of another frag. Oh, he's scoped on it, but Kenny S gets the best of him. We're right back into the 3 versus 3, and all of Navi trying to cheat over to this A bomb site. Keep your eyes on the radar because Hunter, he's walking into B for free. He has 2 options. They call for bomb to go all the way back, or he tries to skewer the rotations before they commit to A. With a minute on the clock, the options are open.
They don't know if somebody's pushed the top mid. That's got to be the only thing holding them back from trying this. But it's still dangerous. Hunter coming out mid with them not putting pressure on long. He's running the risk of getting shot on this pullback. They need to show some attention. Yeah. Oh no, he still wins the duel.
Unreal. Hunter, that puts everything in question here for Navi. He's gonna get pressure from the double doors, and there's where he goes down. But this does enable the bomb to cross. Look, they think this is B. Because Hunter walks through the bomb site, they're already trying to retake something while bombs planted A. And Kenny S, well, now he's posted as the smoke fades. They have been tricked, they have been fooled, but they are not down just yet. 2 versus 2, Flamey and Electronic, a frag grenade and a flashbang to try and work their way back up to the A site. They are met by a smoke, but Electronic still wants to work through it. Off of the flash is good. Jax brings it back, and G2 16-12 here on Dust. A 2-0 series over top of Navi. They're ranked number 1 in the world, and they falter to the Frenchmen.
Yeah, they pull it out on Dust too, man. What an insane couple of maps that we saw. G2, they seemed a step above just in terms of game plan. And this time on Dust, it looked even more decisive because everybody was fragging between 18 and 21 kills. Lowest being 18, highest being 21. Almost everyone on 20 in that entire game. And for Navi, man, they just couldn't keep up with that. The Oppers are both like on perfect form, though. That was amazing to watch both Simple and Kenny S.
I mean, listen, man, we got the Kenny S Simple show. That's what we really wanted from this series. The fact that everybody else was playing to that standard just, it's the icing on the cake. But this is only one of 2 best of 3s here. We have another upper bracket match between Big and FaZe Clan. Our analysts after the break, and that second BO3 soon enough.
G2 take the win on Dust 2 for a 2-0, opening up here in the upper bracket semi-final. Navi, they continue to pick into this Dust 2, but we've not seen their final form activated just yet in the online scenario. Despite their best efforts, they weren't able to hold a strong performance down. And even with Simple coming back to life after the first map, it was not meant to be. G2 were far too comfortable this time around. They had the confidence, they had the shots, they had the magic moments. And that is why we got an impressive G2 on our hands here. And I guess the first thing I want to start off with, I don't know if you were here, guys. I can't remember who I had for it. When we spoke to Blade last time, he was saying, oh yeah, Dust 2, like it's comfortable, it's confident for us. I'm just not sold on anyone picking Dust 2 as your go-to map. It's not a good option.
No, maybe not, Banks, maybe not. At least we haven't seen any team, being able to master picking Dust 2 as the main pick. I think there's a lot of good teams out there who play Dust 2 at a high level, but I agree with you. If you pick it, you got to be very confident that you're better than the other team. And I don't think that was the case here either. You said Simple coming back to life, and that's true. Some insane clutches in the first half. I feel like he was the player keeping them alive in this matchup. But overall, I think Navi was lackluster on Dust 2. I think the game was a bit closer. A bit less close than the scoreline mentioned. Yes, of course, there was the opening duels going in the favor of Navi, so they had a good opening to the rounds, but overall, it felt like G2 was pretty much in control throughout. Navi did mount some comebacks in the middle of the game. Simple did mount some clutches, to mount those comebacks, but overall, I felt G2 was pretty confident in this one.
Yeah, they were looking good from start to finish, and we will just wait to hear that magic ring. I'm waiting for it. There it is. It's time. Kenny is on the line, and he's going to be one happy man after that 2-0. Mr. Kenny, how are you doing, my friend, after that one? It got a little bit scary on Mirage, I'd say.
Yeah, that was a tough game on Mirage. I don't really know what to say about it. I think it was a good level game on Mirage especially, and we played on our strength, that is resilience once again, and we managed to win the game even though we lost a couple of weird rounds, I would say.
Kenny, Honda told us that leading into last week's group stage, you guys were a bit tired. You played a lot of matches in a very short time of period. Talk to us about how you spent the last week. Was that all practice, or did you guys take some day off leading into the playoff?
As you said, we had a lot of official games to play in a row, which was really exhausting, especially that those games went most of the time in overtime or just like 16-14.
Yeah.
So we took actually a week off. Not like an entire week, but like 5-6 days off, which was really much needed. And now for 2 days now we are in bootcamp.
Okay, cool.
Kenny, I had a clip here that I wanted to ask you about. It was on Dust 2, and actually Nexa, he has his game senses tingling. You saw it all series long, but specifically in this clip, we've got Perfecto kind of making his way through a smoke, and he turns around and spams him. Do you remember exactly who made that call?
I have no clue what you're talking about. I'm sorry.
Okay.
I actually, which one was that? We were City?
Well, I had the clip ready for production, but I think the timing was not correct here. But it was on Dust 2. Pardon?
We need the production to show me the clip.
Yeah, production, come on, man. But it was a long shot, but it was so impressive to watch you guys looking so clean and polished, because that was one of the things that we discussed with G2 is, you know, we knew that the skill ceiling was so high. We knew exactly how much skill you guys had, but it just seemed like it wasn't consistent enough. What was the determining factor to make you guys look so good today?
Well, first of all, I think this game had was really important. Not only because we wanted to reach the upper bracket final, but also because it was the second against the first, and it was also the revenge of Katowice. So yeah, I think we remained composed all the way. We had some rounds that were a bit stupid, but we still managed to bounce back straight away and not letting them like doing a snowball after those rounds. And yeah, overall I think we kept control of the game on those two. Mirage was a bit more back and forth, but overall I think once again the way we prepared game was really good. It went really smooth, and we had a lot of strong rounds, which we did during this best of 3. And once again, yeah, that was about the resilience. Even though sometimes it's hard, you lose like stupid rounds, like the 1v3 with Deagle, simple 1v3 with Deagle, and another one I don't remember on City side, but that was a bit stupid. But still, we managed to come back straight away and not letting them snowballing us. So that made the difference, I would say.
It certainly did make the difference. Kenny, thank you very much for your time, my man. Go and enjoy the rest of your day, and we'll be seeing you guys soon.
Thank you very much. Have a good evening.
You too.
Always good to hear from Kenny there, and they're aware of their mistakes, right? I think that's the key thing. It's just how to minimize them, because some of them are really crazy ones where they almost allow the teams back in, or they throw away a round that could be the complete difference maker, because a lot of G2's games end up being very close.
Yeah, and it seems to be a sickness. Sorry, Christine. It's just, we all remember the G2 bomb plants, whenever they're in a situation where they're supposed to win, they find a way to mess it up. And whenever they're in a position where we don't expect them to win, they find a way to make the game closer or potentially even win it. I don't know what it is, Christine, but personally, I find G2 very interesting. To me, it's one of those teams out there that potentially over time can become a consistent top 3 team in the world. Maybe it's the English communication they still need to fine tune, but overall, having KNES, Nexa, and Honda on the same team, that's just interesting. That's just, exciting to me.
Oh, absolutely. And you can absolutely see the starting building blocks coming through in in spades for this G2 lineup. I mean, I spoke about Jax being 1-17 in that first half, but he still maintained his discipline. He still maintained his responsibilities and visualized exactly what he needed to do in order to make the picture come together in the end. And he wasn't going for more. He wasn't trying to go for heroic plays. So that sort of discipline, I really appreciate coming out of this G2 squad.
Oh, it's that time once again, but this time we're going to have Boomich on the line. We get to speak to this man after the sad loss against G2 this time around. And Boomich, I guess I want to start on Mirage, right? It was looking so good for you guys to be able to take that. What do you feel went wrong in then? Because we're thinking at one point G2 are ahead, then you guys come back into it, and you've got quite a nice lead, and it just slips away from you.
Yeah, hello. You know, Mirage was really stupid for us because we lose some crucial and silly rounds. Like I think we lose some clutches on CT side, like 1v1, and some situations when we have the advantage. And on T side we lose one round like 13-10. Then I was planting the bomb and Jax killed me in the bad smoke. And after they win the first buy, I think like we lost our game because we was playing bad sometimes.
Boom, it's not a secret you guys have had a little bit of a mixed 2020. It obviously started out super well. You guys playing well at the GG Bet tournament. You guys played exceptionally well at Katowice, and now we're in this online phase of Counter-Strike. So far, would you say that you're happy with how 2020 has went for NAVI, or are you a little bit unsatisfied that you guys haven't been able to find the consistency that we maybe seek from you guys?
You know, start of the year was really good for us. We was in 3 finals on 3 lands. It was Ice Challenge, Blast Premier, and EM Katowice. And after this quarantine, it was big. I don't know, like it was really sad for us because NAVI didn't play online matches, and we feel not comfortable in online. But now we played like a lot of tournaments in online. It's more comfortable, like day by day. But still, I'm really sad because we're not playing LANs, and I'm like want to play LAN more. And we know like this game versus G2, they want the revenge for us for IM Katowice, and it's online, so we will see him on LAN. You know, I want to fight G2 again on LAN.
Sure.
Boomich, we just saw you on this Dust 2. It was quite the struggle fest for you individually. And to give our viewers a little bit of context, G2 hardly came even towards that long ace. So you were playing a lot of rotate strike. And the one round they came towards the end of that second half, you only had a FAMAS. So what do you do individually as the in-game leader and as a player to try to get yourself into the match, into the rounds?
You know, like first half on T side, I do some bad calls, and like we was doing A execute, I think like 4 times, but we have the game plan, and I was calling by myself like execute A a lot of time, and it was not good for me. And after this, I was a little bit tilted and didn't feel the game. And on CT side, we start good. We won the pistol round and take first buy round, and after we don't have a good economy. And I was playing close long box, and they doing execute long with 3 flashes, and it was bad play for me. I should play maybe in pit, then my teammates playing on side, they can flash for me. Like it was not the best my game. It was, sorry for that, but it was shit day for me.
We all have them. We all have them. Now, Boom, I've got one final question for you here. It's just, how is the overall mood for you guys in the team at the moment? How is everyone feeling? Because it definitely has been a big drop-off going on to online. And how do you plan to just keep people up and going and keeping them in a good high spirits?
Oh, you know, like I miss my team. I want to see him in real life. I want to like go in boot camp and see, but it's really hard to stay home like for 3 months already, and I'm really thinking like online still not the best for us. You know, we can show good individual skills on LAN. I don't know why. Maybe because like NAVI playing on LANs like all the time. You know. But it's good mood now, but we want LANs. We're really hungry for LANs.
I think we all want LANs. Boomich, thank you very much for your time, my friend. We'll be speaking to you soon, no doubt.
Thank you.
Oh, It's tough when you hear it like that, right? Yeah, he's really, really nice. That was the way we go with it all. So I like the way it all went down. I like the way that he's honest and he's understanding of how this is all being played out here. But you got to say for the Navi guys, they now just got to find a way to be able to deliver on it all.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, Navi is a team that is, I think they're getting better, as we spoke about, Christine. It's slowly but surely getting better for Navi. I think he's onto something when he's saying that Navi probably is a team that is suffering a bit more than other teams from playing online, but that's the circumstances, right? We can't use it as an excuse for them. Maybe it's a factor. Maybe they're hurting a little bit extra, but that's the way it is right now. And I think considering that Navi haven't played any online games in, was it a year and a half, maybe even 2 years up until this period, they're doing okay. It's not like Navi is nowhere to be found. It's just not Navi that is the top 3 team in the world right now, but we expect them to be, especially having Simple and Electronic on your lineup. 2 of the best players in the world.
Well, let's take a look at our EU bracket and see where we are, because we still got one more game to come today, and that's Big taking on FaZe Clan. But as we see, G2 march their way forward to the upper bracket final. They'll be facing the winner of Big versus FaZe Clan. Navi, though, they'll have an interesting opponent on their hands. Maybe they just need a bit more of this warm-up in official games to see their way through.
Yeah, definitely so. And it's just all about the reps at this point for Navi. Once again, we've had Simple, Electronic. I mean, just these individuals stepping up, showing us some class act Counter-Strike performances. But once again, they're just struggling to put the pieces together when it comes to that online, when it comes to Nexa and Hunter, and these individuals just really thriving within the aggressiveness that this online Counter-Strike kind of produces.
They really do. They thrive in every single moment like that. But it's time for us to go to a break once again. But then when we come back, it is a match that you may not have expected. Big Clan going up against FaZe, and this is going to be a spicy one for us to get into.